Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, how are you?
Hi.
I know it is sweltering in here. It is a scorcher outside,
Fan of myself.
and it is.
Howdy, Professor.
The air conditioning is still not working in this room. I'm sweating. It is miserable to be in here.
Oh yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah.
That's why we're doing
sure.
bi-weekly lessons now, right?
Yes, according to the listen, I would still have us here every week, you know.
Oh,
But,
I've heard you say
yeah,
you want
of
us here 3 times a week, Professor.
sure, yeah. No,
Really?
How about every day? I like every day.
I say twice a day.
Guys, leave a comment on Spotify Gone if you guys want to have a new lesson every single day.
Yeah, 3 times a day even.
I think it's definitely doable, and I don't think Portia would check out.
Wow, what a respectful way of saying that, Corbin. No, we could never realistically listen. I would love to go to once a day, but we could never realistically do that. Mr. Curtis, you seem sad. Why is that? Explain.
Yeah, what's going on, bud?
Professor, I'm sorry I let you down. Okay.
What else is new? Boom! One to the gut.
Got him.
I thought I would be the first person to bring a bug type evolution to fruition.
Nope.
You would not believe the amount of exposure to bug energy I have applied to one of the Eevees back at the nursery.
So wait, you're torturing Eevees now? I'm sorry. I'm losing track of all the Pokemon that you're hurting.
Torturing therapeutic bath in, Spinarak entrails.
Oh.
Yeah, vice
people-
versa. I mean,
Sorry. When people ask me to describe Mr. Curtis, I say he has a lot of bug energy to him. He brings a lot of bug energy. He's giving bug.
He's giving
But
bug.
He's really
But
serving bug.
It's serving
I could,
bug. Lots
despite all of Eevee's sloppy genes, I could not get it to evolve into a bug type. So
Well,
I've let you
so
down,
you're-
Professor.
Wow.
I'm so
So
sorry.
you're giving up?
of bug. So you're a failure.
No.
Wait, hold on.
No,
hold on.
of course
so
not.
you're just giving up?
Of course
Sounds
not.
like you should.
Of course not.
Sounds like you
Professor.
should.
Okay, well then, hey, good news, Mr. Curtis.
Yeah.
You have not let me down.
Oh, he's let me down.
As long as you're still trying to make a horrible, horrible mutation come to life, then you haven't let me down.
I will, Professor. Thank you. I'll try again.
Oh,
I'll
God.
keep going.
Why have you done this? You're setting him on a dangerous path.
Why specifically right now? Where did you get an Eevee? Mr.
Well,
Curtis?
they had one at the nursery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with a
because I was like
you know,
trying to because last week I did hand out 2 Eevees, and then the one that we tried to give to you ran away.
Last week?
Yeah.
So I took it.
Yeah, but see the ones they keep
Last
at the
class.
nursery, the Rigsby's. Remember
That's not their name.
that
That's
run
not their name.
the.
That's not their name. You
Yeah.
live with them. You don't even know their name. It's Rigby's. Come on, man.
It's Rigsby's. Yeah, that's
Nope.
what they are.
No, not Rigsby. No, not Rigsby's.
Rigsby's.
Rigby's.
Rigby's.
Eleanor
No.
and Harold Rigby.
No. Rigby's.
I mean, I live with them, so like, come on now. But we went and visited them earlier. A couple weeks ago, maybe
Who can
when
say?
we, during like the
I think a
Igglytuff
couple
lesson.
weeks ago we had our last lesson.
The Igglytuff lesson was like half a century ago, buddy.
Okay, well it's an Igglybuff, but whatever.
But see, any of the
We
Eevees they
all
have-
gonna say names wrong? Is that what this is?
No, Professor Jakob.
No, Professor, I'm so sorry. But what I was trying to say is the Eevees they keep at the farm, so to speak, do not they don't get a choice. They can't run away.
Oh.
So
Oh no, what horrible!
they're
What a horrible
locked
fight.
up with me, which is really
that sounds safe.
which is really a pleasant experience, to be
How
honest.
about t-shirt idea? Locked up with me, and it's just the shadow of Mr. Curtis's silhouette, just kind of there on a.
You're
on a dark-
locked in here with me.
That's good. That's our Halloween drip for everybody. It's just gonna say "locked in here with me," and it's just Mr. Curtis's silhouette.
As long as it's got me in my trench coat, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Yep.
Okay, so all right, so update on Mr. Curtis's life. He's still working on transforming an Eevee into a bug evolution. Hey, do you have any fun name ideas? Have we done this before? Have we asked what your name ideas for a bug evolution of Eevee would be? It does have to end in Eon, just so you know.
It does have to end in Eon?
Yes.
It has
like
to.
like Jolteon or Flareon or Espeon. If I were to use one, just choose a random one.
What about Spinion?
What was it?
Spinion.
Binion?
Binion?
Spinion, like the first syllable of Spinarak.
Spinion.
Spinion. Okay. I think I say Buggion or Insection.
Or Rakion. That would be pretty
Ooh,
cool.
that one's good. Arakion.
Sounds like a fictional planet.
Yeah, I don't know what an Arak is, but
My dude.
Well, it's the second syllable of Spinarak.
oh, okay, I see. Arakion.
So Spinion or Rakion, because it's Spinarak and then Neon.
Have I been introduced yet?
What if we used the first syllable of Joltik and called it Jolteon? Wait.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh.
Wait, hold on.
I like that one.
Oh no, I messed up. Okay, all right. He's getting rowdy, so I guess I'll introduce him. Also in the classroom today is our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, how are you doing?
I'm doing so well, and so is my companion here, who you not introduced. Everybody, this is my Espeon. This is Molly.
Molly?
Say hi, Molly.
What, you like
Hi,
that
Molly.
name?
I've been raising her over the last 2 weeks, and you know what? I just gave her all my love. I'm gonna be real with you. She evolved like an hour after we got out of class. Like so much love. So much love.
It. Look how she's
No,
walking
I don't
around.
know.
She's still getting used to her new long legs.
Yeah, I don't know. There were some flashes coming through the classroom window when I came in.
What?
So
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I think she actually evolved 1 hour before class started.
No, I don't. No. It was an
And
hour
Corbin was in
after
a
class.
fit of desperation.
2 weeks ago. No, I'm not. No. She's. We
a
are
last
bonded.
minute bribing with maybe
Yeah.
some treats. To get
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
to win
I don't think so.
win him over.
Heartfelt a monologue about how much he loves her.
Yeah.
Molly, stop staring at me like that. Sorry, she's trying to read my mind again.
Okay, well, hold on. All right, everybody stop. Yes, we are learning about Espeon today, but before we get into it, before we really start the lesson, I have a couple of Gengar mails to read. That's okay with everybody.
Sure.
That's fine.
All right, so this first Gengar mail comes to us from Speaks. We've gotten a Gengar mail from Speaks before. They say, "Hello, Mr. Professor Chestnut. Please call me Professor Jacob."
Ooh, that's formal. Very formal.
That's
Mr. Curtis. Huh?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Professor Chestnut, Mr. Curtis, and Nebrock?
What?
I think they just spelled Corbin backwards.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I knew that. Trust me, I've written my name in the mirror. I know what Nebrock means. But
Your name.
it just caught me off guard for a second.
They say, it's your... Oh, and they also say, did I spell that correctly? And I guess technically you did spell it correctly, just reversed. It's your Spinarak enthusiast Speaks here, and I did some extra work in the last days. The P-Man Jacob said in the Crobat lesson, I think, that Brobkins...
Who's that?
That's you. I think that's you again, Corbin.
Oh, gosh.
Brobkin's roommate is a Kadabra dressed up as a Mr. Rhyme, and that some student would hopefully draw that. Well, I did, and the drawing is sent with my Gengar mail. I have something else to say, too, and it's very important. I never saw a Pokemon in my whole entire life, because there are no Pokemon in our whole Earth.
What?
And I have a theory why. Okay, I think we're getting into some...
This is like some flat Earth stuff, huh?
So, yeah. Definitely a conspiracy theory here. I just want to, confirm to everybody that Pokemon do exist, but we will hear Speaks out.
Of course.
Some students live in another universe where Indian elephants, dogs, cats, and more live.
What?
We have India
what's
and
a
other
dog?
countries.
What's a dog, Professor?
What's a dog cat?
Well, it's dogs, cat, so they're two different things, and I don't know.
Those are two different.
I don't know what a cat is. I don't know what a dog is. I only know that an Indian elephant is something that Raichu can kill with one shock.
Right.
That's all I know about Indian elephants. We have India and other countries, and most professors are from our dimension because they mention Indian elephants, cats, and other animals as we call them. Or animals, as we call them. I think your editor, the Porygon who publishes the lesson, puts them in some sort of portal by putting it into Spotifygon, which is Spotify where we live. That's all. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah. And we have 5 moons and 97 fingers.
Yeah,
And
this guy
the
believes in the
government's
moon.
got, lizard Pokemon people. And,
The banks are run by Scraggies.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
Dude.
yes.
There's a dust skull under the floorboards. Oh no! You know what I mean?
Okay, there might actually be a dust skull under the floor.
Yeah, the place is haunted. Gordon told me. Anyways, sorry, but yeah, going back to this. This is absolutely just insane.
Well, I think we can say that Speaks has a very
Active imagination.
colorful imagination.
A world without Pokemon. I honestly think I'd rather die. I'll be real.
Well, that's pretty dark, Corbin.
I mean, it just sounds like a great place for us to introduce the beauty of Spinarak and bug types too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also Speaks, you're a Spinarak enthusiast, so there must at least be Spinaraks where you exist.
Yeah,
Right,
see?
exactly.
How could you
Hole in your theory broken.
I mean, I'm just saying. I guess I'm not trying to poke holes here.
It sounds like you are. It sounds like it's a Swiss cheese kind of
And
argument.
it's not like their world doesn't have Pokemon, Corbin. Sure, they don't call them Pokemon; they just call them animals. And I'm sure these cats and dogs evolve into bigger cats and more human-like dogs.
Yeah. And Indian elephants evolved into
Squirtle or something.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
Indian elephants are ground and normal type or something like that.
I would
don't
guess
know.
that. Yeah. What do you think a cat is? You think that's like electric or something?
Ooh, it's probably dark type.
Sounds like electricity. Cat.
Oh, okay. Cat.
I guess I could see that.
Cat. Sounds like electricity bouncing through the
No,
room.
actually, I think it sounds more like a fighting, because that sounds like something you would say after you
fighting type?
you're like,
Yeah.
cat.
I agree. You're right.
Yeah.
What
I bet
about
it's
a
fighting type.
dog?
Well, dog is ground type because it sounds like big.
Dog.
Or dirt?
Dog.
Yeah.
Or dirt, yeah.
Dog. Yeah. That
I was
is
thinking
something-
grass, but
All right, guys, we're
but
getting too thick into the conspiracy theories. Like, this isn't a conspiracy theory lesson series.
but it's fun to talk about, though, right?
Right, it is.
Yeah, of course.
So along with the
Anything's
Gengar
fun
mail,
to talk about with you, Professor.
Okay, great. Along with the Gengar mail, Speaks also sent a drawing of what they think that Corbin's roommate Gordon looks like. So here you go, Corbin. Here you go.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
How
look at
close?
that.
How close is Speaks? Here?
So close.
Now it does look a little bit like it's holding a revolver in its in Gordon's tail there, but I think it's its cane. I think that's the
That
Mr.
it is
Rhyme
actually,
cane.
I think, the cane, or it's an infected sausage link. I can't really tell.
Mr. Curtis, thoughts?
I think that I don't. Yeah, I think I honestly have to agree with the professor on this one. I'm thinking
I'm surprised.
a revolver, or maybe like a root or something.
Listen, I think it's the cane. I just think it kind of looks a little bit like a revolver. That's melting.
I think it's a branch or root that it dug up that it's
Playing with?
using to be like the cane, because it's dressed up like a Mr. Rhyme, so it had to make
Right.
its own cane.
Right.
Thank you, Speaks, for this wonderful artwork. We will, of course, be putting it on our social media if Porygon remembers. Or, sorry, Porygon. Wow. It's like I don't know her.
Wow.
Portia,
Man,
if
I'm telling
Portia remembers, she's hit or miss with that.
Wow, just
but-
throwing Portia under the bus today.
Dang. Portia's overworked. Cut her some slack.
That is true. Portia is overworked. But yeah, you will be getting extra credit for this work, Speaks. Mr. Curtis, do you think a gold star is in order here?
Well, anyone who loves and appreciates the majesty of Spinarak, such as I do, deserves a gold star. So, of course, yes,
All you gotta
Speaks
do,
gets a gold
All
star.
you gotta do is kiss some butt and talk about Spinarax.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that is sometimes all you gotta do.
Lame.
All right, I have one more Gengar mail here that I would very much like to read. This one comes to us from Caden. We have received Gengar mails from Caden before. They say, "Hello, this is Caden. I have a poem about Sudowoodo, but first, it's been 365 days since I enrolled in this class. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Congratulations!
Caden.
Thank you
Wow,
for being
welcome.
on board.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for your class dues that you've been paying. Really helps tilt the scales here." They say, "Can you believe it? I know I can't. Another thing. Mr. Curtis, what do you think of Scolipede? He's so cool and great. I think I want one, but they aren't where I live. Oh well."
Yeah, I mean, I do like Scolipede. I think we talked about Scolipede in a more recent lesson. Didn't we?
Yeah,
Or
I think we mentioned
maybe
it
it was
before.
Venipede actually.
I think we mentioned Venipede.
But yeah, the whole Venipede, Whirlipede, Scolipede line, very good. Classic bug and poison combo.
Classic,
just like
can't
Spinnerack.
beat it.
Love that a lot. It's good. I think that it doesn't need to be so fast. Like it's a little too
Scolipede,
fast.
slow down. Like,
It's a
who
little
are you trying
too
to
fast.
impress?
Yeah, chill out. Take a minute. Relax.
I guess that's Scolipede's whole thing. Is like it's got to move fast, right?
Yeah, I gotta go fast. Gotta eat chili dogs.
Got to go fast.
Ooh.
So
Can we have some?
Okay. So
and maybe some more legs.
more
more
legs?
legs would be-
No, I
More
think
legs
less
would be
legs,
good.
actually. Let's take a few off.
Well, they got 4 big ones.
I think it's just right.
Oh, ain't that sweet?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's arms and legs above a lot of other Pokemon that aren't bug types. Don't get me wrong. But amongst the bug types, I don't know. It could do a little bit more. So
Okay, all right. I'm sure
Okay,
I'll take
so
that.
it's
That's
too
a heart.
fast, and it's not doing enough.
more legs.
Oh,
More
oh,
legs.
sorry. Oh, and it needs more legs. Okay, I see.
Go less fast, but get more legs.
I mean,
Thank you.
how many legs does Spinnerack have?
Too many. Cut all the legs off.
6? That's not that
Yeah.
many legs.
Well, I mean, but it's 2 more than Scolipede. So
All right, whatever. So Caden has also included a poem here. Corbin, I think I will go ahead and pass this to you.
honestly. Okay, thank you very much.
Just because you're an expert in it. I will say the theme of this poem is Sudowoodo. So just embody that as you're reading it.
Shall I sing it? Shall I
Energy.
Shall I sing
No,
it? or
don't.
should I-
Oh my God, don't sing it. Just read it. Just read it.
Okay, all right. Sudowoodo, you are a friend indeed until the end. Although your looks may be misleading, you are never, ever demeaning. Rock, not grass, it may seem, you are not what people see. Sudowoodo, do not lie, because you are rock. Will you never die? I hope so, because you are silly. Sudowoodo, I think I'll name you Billy.
Wow.
Wonderful, honestly.
Beautiful.
I say it was a solid one. I liked it. It was a journey.
Could have more
and,
legs though.
Less legs and a gold star. Thank you very much. That was very good. That was
Okay,
very
well,
good.
no, wait. You can't give out gold stars.
Well, if he can give gold stars out for people kissing butt about bugs, and if somebody writes me a poem, I think I should be able to give them something.
I mean, you can give out Corbin stars, maybe.
yeah, but like, who really wants a Corbin star?
Do you guys want that? Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
It's like-
oh wow. Who said? Was there another student in here? Who said
Oh,
yeah?
it was sorry. I had my laptop open. That was all my friends online that were saying yeah.
Yeah. All your friends, they're from the Unova region.
Yeah, you don't know them.
So
yeah.
you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know them. Yeah, you don't get it. So yeah. Mhm.
So they get a Corbin star, is what you're saying.
They I'm saying they get a Corbin star. I'm officially announcing it here. We got Corbin stars. They're going to be a nice little teal color, a little bit of purple.
Yeah,
hint
but they
on
are
them.
just made out of like out of cereal boxes, like little bits
Okay,
of
all right, hush.
cardboard
All right, there's a
that
little bit
you-
of magic marker on there too. Shut up. All right, so I'm gonna get started on those, but Caden, you'll be the first one to get a Corbin star. Thank you.
All right, Caden ends their Gengar mail with, and that's it. It's nowhere near as good as Corbin's poems, but I tried my best. Thanks.
No, you did wonderful.
I think it was wonderful, Caden.
Corbin star for
Great
sure.
job. So you get a Corbin star. You will of course be getting extra credit for this poem, this work that you've done. Mr. Curtis, what do you think? Gold star as well as a Corbin star?
Ooh.
I don't know. I think they may be mutually exclusive. I don't
Oh,
know
so if you get a Corbin star, you cannot get a gold star.
you can't get a gold star.
Whoa.
actually.
I mean, you think?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you want to try to give Caden a gold
I
star?
think you
just
should
to see what
try. I
happens?
think you should be nice, and you think
You
you should
just try
try. You know.
Well, see.
See, just see if you can do it. See if you can place a gold star on this Gengar mail.
Yeah. See if you just whip out of your
Okay.
bag just a
Yeah.
nice little golden
Here,
star.
okay, here. I'll put it out. Let me just set it out.
God, it's vibrating. It's vibrating so fast.
Mm.
Oh my God! Whoa! It shot out of his hand and lodged into the back of the room.
Yeah, no, yeah. Ooh, it did not want to go anywhere. Here, I tell you what, though, I do have a silver star.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see if that one works.
Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. See that fits right on there. Yeah. Yep. So no problem with that. The golden star literally flew across the room. But the silver star is fine. So Caden, you get a silver star and a Corbin star, and like
Ooh, that's better than a gold star combined.
yeah.
Well, come on,
I
right?
don't know about that.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Actually, I think it kind of detracts away from the value of the silver star by having
Really?
a Corbin star.
The Corbin star really lowers the value overall.
All right, no, listen.
Yeah.
It's about what value it brings, not like currency wise, but emotional value, right? It means that I think you're special, and I think
Well,
that
we'll
is
leave
more
that
valuable
up
than gold.
We'll leave that up for Caden to decide, and they can send us a Gengar mail letting us know whether
That's right.
they appreciate or do not like the Corbin star.
That's right.
But regardless, thank you so much, Caden, for this Gengar mail. If any other students would like to send us a Gengar mail, you can send it to wwopokemon@gmail.com. I'll probably say it again at the end of the lesson, but
You sure will.
but anyways, for now, I think we're gonna end the Gengar mails there. And now, Corbin, now I can see you eagerly rocking back and forth in your
Okay.
seat. Yes. Would you like to tell us about the assignment that I gave you over the last 2 weeks?
Okay, so my task was to evolve this wonderful Eevee that the professor was gracious enough to give us into a beautiful, loving Espeon.
With the understanding that you would be giving it back at the end.
I
of
mean,
those 2
there
weeks.
was an asterisk on that contract, I think, that we talked about, right? That was
can't,
kind of
yeah.
like a maybe. If I'm bad, I have to give it back. But if I'm good and I don't rap or I don't say boat hulls anymore, then maybe we can.
Unfortunately, you did say it right there.
Okay, but that doesn't
Yeah.
count. That doesn't count because you
Yeah,
said
no.
as long as I don't do it until next class, I'm good. Now it's next class, and now I can say it. So, yeah. So I don't know. I think. Listen, this is Molly, everybody.
Hi, Molly.
Everyone say
Hi, Molly.
Hi, Molly.
She is wonderful. She's very kind, very warm to sleep next to.
Molly's
I
an
do see-
Espeon, just in case anybody's
Oh
forgotten.
yeah, it is an Espeon, right? Sorry, well, we were talking about that earlier, but I figured people.
Yeah.
Would. Molly, the Espeon, she's beautiful, very soft coat.
How beautiful is she?
She is the most. It's Dawn, but a Pokemon. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Elegant.
Dawn's
That's high
child,
praise
so-
from you.
It is high praise for me, but she's beautiful. She has these beautiful purple and white eyes. I mean, she's got like this kind of like I don't even know what color it is. It's not pink. It's not purple. Not salmon colored. It's like I don't even know what you would call it, but it's like a fuchsia,
Like a
pink.
lavender?
Like maybe a little lighter than a lavender, maybe some more pink in it. But it's a beautiful coat, and the tail has this two little like forked split in it, which is really cool, very soft. And then these big kind of whiskers that look a little bit like oven mitts coming out of either side of her cheeks.
Yeah, like puffy like sideburns or something.
Little sideburns, yeah, and these big old ears, and it's got kind of like a teal or a bluish color inside, and then the crown gem on this beauty is what looks like a gem in the middle of its head.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it kind of
Beautiful.
reminds me a little bit of hold on, I'm drawing a blank. What other Pokemon we talk about had a gem in the middle of its head?
Am I
Ampharos.
thinking of
Rocket.
Golduck?
Rocket. Golduck too. Yeah. Golduck and Ampharos. Pour one out for Rocket, flying around outside.
Rocket's fine.
You sure?
Don't pour one out. He's doing very well.
Rocket is having the time of his life.
Yeah, I mean, you
okay?
can still like follow his light when you like to guide
Yeah.
you home, Corbin. I do it every night.
Okay. I mean, I do. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure it's not another trick. Okay. Just making sure he's actually okay. Anyways,
Whoa, what do you mean another trick?
you guys trick me all the time. Okay.
We
All right.
do.
Anyways, Molly here has a beautiful red gem in the middle of her face, and I'm pretty sure that is where she gets her powers from, because she stares at me very intently at night, and I see her in my dreams sometimes because I think she's reading my mind.
Oh, interesting. And dream manipulation. I'm not sure that's a thing that Espeon can do.
Well, I'm seeing her in my dreams. I
But
don't know if that's her,
Espeon,
but I know she reads my mind.
Espeon does. Well, some believe that Espeon has the ability to read minds. We want to like see if Molly can do that.
How are we gonna
Sure.
do that, Professor? I mean, like how are we gonna relate to the students? Like, because Molly obviously can't talk. I wasn't able to teach her that.
Maybe you think about like a number,
Okay.
and then Molly can like come hold up that many paws. I don't know. A number between 1 and 2.
She's got a 50-50 chance. Doesn't mean she's a mind reader. Okay, here. Let me think about. Okay, what am I thinking about? Okay, she's jumping. Trampoline. She got it. See, she's a genius.
Oh wow,
Molly's a genius.
Wow.
Look at that. That means
Wow.
trampoline, by the way. That jump right there, that means trampoline. So she got it instantly. I was thinking about jumping on the trampoline. She got it.
okay.
Now, what else am I thinking about? Don't roll your eyes.
Now she's rolling her eyes. Okay, it must have been
Oh,
Dawn.
okay.
Must have been
Oh,
Dawn.
no.
Molly
It
is
wasn't
as
about
tired
Dawn.
as
Stop
we are.
nodding. It was not about Dawn.
Yeah, Molly's
Molly's
nodding.
telling-
No, stop it.
Wow.
Okay. All right. See, that's not enough evidence. I don't know what is. But hey, let's try it on you guys. Again, she's very good at this.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if Molly can read my mind.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. She's rolling on the ground. Okay.
Oh,
good.
why? What's going
Yeah.
on?
I was thinking of bread rolls.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
That's why they flick their tail over towards Corbin's belly, because he's got like a big bread bowl.
What? No, you're bigger than
No,
me.
I was thinking
Come
of
on.
bread roll, not bread bowl.
Yeah,
Oh.
bread rolls. Yeah, jerk.
okay.
Jeez. Apologize.
All right. Okay. One more time.
Hold on. Get another
Okay,
one.
what am I thinking of? Okay. Is it? I don't understand why Molly's laughing at me.
Haha. Yeah, she's Molly thinks you're Molly, can you tell me? Why not? Is it because it's about me? Oh, come on, Professor.
It might have been about you.
Professor.
It might have been about you. All right. I hesitate to ask this, but should we also try Mr. Curtis?
Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me get over here. Okay. All right, Molly. Look here.
Molly, just
my
brace
eyes.
yourself. You don't know what you're gonna. Okay, all right, you got it. Okay, all right, fine. All right.
Molly.
Whoa! What? It jumped like 5 feet in the air, and then she went right back into her Pokeball.
How?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well that's
Professor,
fine. I'll take her
what
at
does that
home.
mean?
I'll take her back at home. I'll take the Pokeball, and we'll go home later, and we'll figure it out. I'll talk to her about it.
That's how, yeah. I mean, well, hold on. Actually, though, Corbin, you do have to hand the Pokeball over back to me.
Yeah, that's
Are
okay.
you sure?
Unfortunately, yes.
I can discuss this with Molly more later. Don't.
Yeah,
don't worry
here.
about
Yeah,
it.
go ahead and give the Pokeball to
No,
Mr.
no,
Curtis.
I don't think so. No,
He
please
handles
don't.
the Pokemon for me after- Okay, there we go.
Don't put it in your jacket. Oh.
Thank you,
She'll
Molly.
be fine.
Molly, you're
I'm
gonna
sure
be
she- I'm
right
sure
safe
Molly will
right
be
in
fine.
here.
Yeah, we'll have a poll in the on Spot a Flagon. So look below. Let us know if you think Molly's gonna be fine or not.
It's okay, Molly.
Oh, I don't like that poll.
All right. Okay. So that was a lot of fun. I think we learned already a lot about what Espeons can do through Molly. But I think now we should read some Pokedex entries. So what do you guys think?
I'm
I think
down. I
that
want
would
to
be
learn
pretty
more,
great,
please.
Professor.
Okay.
That way, when I have her back, I can figure out what to do.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get Zinc back too. Who knows?
Oh.
Maybe. Okay. Starting off in the Johto region, the first entry here says it uses the fine hair that covers its body to sense air currents and predict its enemies' actions.
Maybe it predicted what you were going to do, Mr. Curtis. That's why it's fled.
That's
Now that's interesting because it's just detecting currents in the air though. It's not doing. That doesn't mean it's doing anything, particularly psychic-y. No reading minds there.
No, definitely not yet. But let's keep reading. We might see that there are some actual
It's just
psychic
like-
abilities.
It's just like if I gave Corbin a little
Hey, stop.
sniff.
Oh, yeah, wow, he really got in there. And
Don't
sniffed.
be weird. Don't
Yeah,
be
I
weird.
know what you're trying to do. I'm watching you. I know what you're gonna do.
No, go away.
I can smell it on you.
All right,
Don't
all
say
right.
that.
Please,
You're making
please
it
stop
weird.
smelling the student, Mr. Curtis. We've asked you this
Please.
so many times.
I'm so sorry. You're right.
The next entry here says, by reading air currents, it can predict things such as the weather, makes sense, or its foe's next move. Makes a little bit less sense if you ask me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I still find it hard to believe that it could figure out what the foe is going to do next just by air currents.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. If it said like by reading its mind, well, obviously that would make sense. But
I mean, like maybe if like a Pokemon always does something, before it uses a move. Like it always like, you know, I don't know, like winds back in a specific way or something like that. Then I guess
maybe like a certain level of exhale, just a little.
Yeah, any kind of like minute tell is something that an Espeon can pick up on, is very adept at picking up on. And then the last entry here from the Johto region says, the tip of its forked tail quivers when it's predicting its opponent's next move. So I guess from that, I think we can deduce that its hair is most sensitive on its forked tail.
Right.
Did you mention the forked tail, Corbin? I can't remember.
I
if you
did.
mentioned
I
it.
did
Okay.
mention the forked tail.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Sure did.
Okay, moving on to the Hoenn region. There's a little bit more descriptive entry here. It says Espeon is extremely loyal to any trainer it considers to be worthy.
Me.
I don't know.
Hey, whoa. Hey, watch it.
It is said that this Pokemon developed its precognitive powers to protect its trainer from harm.
Right. Okay. So that makes sense now. It wanted to protect me by getting
which is
back
why
into
it ran away.
by running away as a distraction, so that I could escape.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think running away is really a good distraction.
I mean, well, Mr. Cruz was looking at her, so you know, I could have escaped if I wanted to, if I knew that's what she was planning.
And now she's in the Pokeball being like, why didn't he escape?
Probably.
Yeah.
He just sat there. He didn't leave.
I'll get you out soon, baby.
Don't worry, Corbin. Molly would be safe with me.
I doubt it.
Do we think that these precognitive powers that this entry is describing is like the fine hair that it uses to predict enemy movements, or it's like an actual psychic ability that it has?
So maybe, are you saying that like Espeon actually doesn't have any mind reading powers, but it just has like really sensitive hair on its head?
I guess I'm asking you that, if you guys think that that's the case, or if you think that there are some actual psychic precognitive, like future seeing abilities.
I mean, based off of what the Pokédex entries have said so far, it seems like they just have a really good head of hair.
Okay, all right. Let me move on to the Sinnoh
Unlike
region.
Corbin over there.
Hey, what? I got more hair than you, gross butt.
I'm just saying.
Whoa, a GB here in my classroom?
in this class?
Sorry.
You're dropping a GB?
That was an old WAP language moment.
Yeah,
there. I'm
no,
so
we
sorry.
don't. Portia might have to bleep that out.
Oh, GB, sorry.
Portia, I'll leave it up to your discretion if you want to blurp out Corbin's GB bomb.
I know, just deplorable thing to
Just a deplorable thing. Just a deplorable thing, right, Mr. Curtis?
just a deplorable thing to let loose in the class here.
Right.
Absolutely vile. All right. This next entry says, its fur has the look and feel of velvet. The orb on its forehead glows when it uses Psycho Power.
Psycho power.
So I guess it's like psychic.
Yeah, you know, Molly did get the zoomies, so I did see some of that psycho power late at night. At about 2 a.m.
Like, I'm going psycho mode.
She would go psycho mode and run around and read my mind. I'm like, get out. And she's like, no. And then she'd run around some more.
Don't you just love it when you guys go psycho mode?
Oh my God.
Wait,
Psycho mode, t-shirt, Espeon, sell it, print it, buy it.
psycho mode. And it's just like, I don't know.
It's
crazy
a Jolteon
eyes.
with racing stripes and fire behind it. It's running real fast.
Forehead has to be glowing, of
His
course.
forehead has to be glowing, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I would totally buy that.
So Curtis, what do you think? Still no actual psychic powers, or?
Well, I mean, just having a glowy rock on your forehead doesn't really mean you got psychic powers.
It's an orb, not a rock.
I guess so. I guess there's a bunch of other things that make a orb glow.
I'm not convinced yet. Okay.
But it says when it uses Psycho Power.
Molly.
Psycho power.
Bottom line is Molly, didn't prove to me that she could read my mind. Okay, she didn't.
She read my mind pretty well. She did a roll, because I was thinking of a bread roll.
She did. You did see that, right?
Did you, Mr. Curse? Did you see that?
I saw it. But
Okay, I was making sure because it sounds like you
you saw
believe
she
it.
read my mind. She rolled my eyes, and she confirmed that I
Wait,
was
she
thinking
rolled
about
your
Dawn.
eyes?
No, well, she rolled her eyes at me when she read my mind when I was talking, like how she confirmed I was thinking about Dawn. So I mean, like, what other proof do you need, man?
Well, rolling around, that's a pretty cutesy act to do. Rolling your eyes, yeah, it's a pretty common thing for people to do. I don't know. I'm not convinced. You know, I was pretty explicit as to what I needed Molly to do in my mind. And you know, Molly
how would you have liked her to prove that to you?
And was it run away and hide in your Pokeball?
It was not.
Oh,
okay.
No,
I mean,
it was.
You sure? Maybe you accidentally were thinking of that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to the Unova region here.
Okay.
Oh wait, no,
Go
it
ahead.
does. I think it does have another entry. It's very similar, but I'm just gonna read it. This is still in the center region.
Okay.
Its fur is so sensitive it can sense minute shifts in the air and predict the weather. If we move on to the Unova region, the first entry says the exact same thing. It says the fur is so sensitive it can sense minute shifts in the air to predict the weather. Now, there is another entry from the Unova region, and it, once again, is extremely similar. It changes up a few words here and there, but adds something interesting at the end.
Okay.
Its fur is so sensitive it can feel minute shifts in the air and predict the weather. ...
Yeah. Yes.
And its foe's thoughts.
Okay, so
So that's more than just being able to figure out what the next move is gonna be.
that makes it almost sound like that the fur is like sentient and has a mind of its own.
Okay, yeah, I guess so, and it's really sensitive too. So
Its
don't make fun
fur
of
is
it.
sensitive.
Don't make
and
fun
it
of
can
it.
feel the fur can feel shifts in the air, and the fur can read opponents' thoughts. or
Okay,
foes'
no,
thoughts.
no.
Right.
When
Right.
it's so there's two. No. So its fur is so sensitive. It still referring to the Espeon.
Right? Its fur is so sensitive. Grammar class,
It-
everybody, tune in.
Yes, its fur is so sensitive. The Espeon, can feel minute shifts in the air and predict the weather, and its foes' thoughts. So it's not that the fur. It's not that the fur is feeling minute shifts in the air, but it's the Espeon that's feeling the minute shifts and predicting the weather, and also its
Yeah,
foes'
but it's
thoughts.
saying its fur is so sensitive. Like, I don't know what part of the sentence that is, so I guess it's not a grammar lesson, but it's saying because its fur is so sensitive, it allows it to feel minute shifts in the air and predict the weather. Predict the weather. So it can feel minute shifts in the air, it can predict the weather, and it can read its foes' thoughts.
Yeah.
It can read foes' thoughts, right?
I think
Yes,
I
the
agree with the
Espeon
Professor
can,
Corbin.
not
Corbin,
the
I'm
fur.
sorry. I'm sorry to be contrarian, Corbin, but I do agree with the professor on this one.
I'm so shocked to learn this. This is news to me.
I know.
Shocked,
I don't.
surprised, hurt.
I don't always agree with the professor, but in this case,
You do actually, because you're a big baby and you don't have a single original thought.
I do actually agree.
But okay, I think after reading this for the 100th time, I think my theory here is that when you think, you kind of like your brainwaves maybe can affect the air in very small, minute ways, and
Perhaps.
it's only like identifiable by Espeon fur.
Well, it's kind of like how like people can read each other's energies, and it's like it's so in tune with the energy around it that it can, whatever energy that you are radiating, like if you're going to attack it, it can sense that energy, and it knows to run to its Pokeball, which is what it did when it read Mr. Curtis's thoughts.
Yes, it felt Mr. Curse's brainwaves, and they were scary.
Yes.
What if they're just like little antennas?
No.
What, the fur?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess in a way they are technically.
Then
They are
I will buy a
capturing-
walkie-talkie so I can talk to Molly.
Well, not like okay, well, whatever. All right, let me keep reading these entries. We still got a few more to go here.
Okay.
So there's nothing new from the Kalos region, but I do have a couple of new entries from the Alola region.
Okay.
The first one says it can instantaneously sense its opponent's movements by feeling air current with its fine fur.
Okay.
The next one says it unleashes psychic power from the orb on its forehead. I mean, right? I think that's a
with
pretty
all
definitive.
this-
It has psychic powers.
Yeah, of course.
I was gonna say I was just about to say it's talking so much about the air that Espeon sounded more like a bird type than a psychic type. But you know
What's
what?
a bird type?
Well, like a
Is it good against flying, or is it worse?
Like an air type,
like an air
Oh.
type, exactly.
like one of those
Thank you,
up off the
Professor.
ground types.
Okay.
Yeah. But then now we got some psychic shenanigans going on here. I like this a lot.
Okay, cool. So yeah, anyways, it says it unleashes psychic power from the orb on its forehead. When its power is exhausted, the orb grows dull and dark.
Don't want that to happen.
No. The next entry says, although it originally had no powers at all, people say its precognitive faculties were awakened by its need to protect itself.
Okay, hold on. So it never. What do you mean it had no powers at all?
When it was an Eevee.
Eevee still has powers. Eevee can use moves with powers.
Like tackle?
No.
And
Can't Eevee learn like hidden power or something?
Probably. But I mean, like, it meant psychic powers, I'm sure.
Probably. Yeah. You probably. I was like, powers at all? I'm like, I'm pretty sure even normal types can use powers.
Yeah, I guess let's say no powers at all. Hey, professor in the Alola region, whoever you are, Palm.
See,
I guess maybe.
Right. It's Palm. Wait, no.
Maybe.
It's not Palm.
I mean, Palm does write some of these entries.
He does? I didn't know that.
I thought he doesn't he? I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like he said he did.
He does contribute to the Pokédex entries.
In between, working at the muck factory.
Whoa, it's not a muck factory. They aren't making mucks.
It's a landfill, but I mean, might as well be.
Yeah.
Keep coming.
Okay. The next entry says psychic power builds up in the orb on its forehead as it bathes in the sunshine. Espeon is not good at battling at night. All right, so the sun is very important for an Espeon. Remember that, Corbin. Remember that if you are ever to get Molly back.
Well, I did experience some of that a couple nights ago, but we don't have to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to talk about it? Are you okay?
I don't know. It kind of sounds like you want to talk about it, Corbin.
No, it's all good. Just, I was attacked by Murkrows and she couldn't help.
Oh no!
Yeah, that sucked.
Did she run away to your Pokeball again?
I'm pretty messed up. Check out the bruise on my my chest here.
Oh wow!
Look at that. Yeah, that's
This is just him. He's just trying to show off the one chest hair that he has. There's no bruise.
Shut up. I'm 10. Leave me alone. But that is
we're all very proud.
No, a Murkrow hit me going Mach 10, and
that would have gone directly through you.
I wish it did. It hurt pretty bad. So yeah, but Molly tried her best, but it was no go. She couldn't.
I mean, also they're dark type, so
did Molly run back into her Pokeball again?
No, she would never leave me.
I mean, she did.
She did. I don't know. It's that kind.
Well, I mean,
like...
that again, distraction. You know what I mean? Like she'll come back.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay. Speaking of coming back, let me come back to these Pokedex entries because we have a couple more to read.
Okay.
Nice. The next one. There's nothing new in the Galar region. This next one comes to us from the Hisui region.
That was very funny, Professor.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I said that was very funny.
He's still laughing at your joke.
That was very funny, Professor.
What was the joke?
You're gonna, speaking of come back, and then you gotta come back to that. Okay, never. Okay.
That was not a joke. That was a perfect segue.
Wow,
I think
you
is
just
what we call it in
him.
the biz.
You laughed at him
in the biz. It's a perfect segue.
Insane.
So the Hisui entry here says wields an arcane power with which it can predict the weather and even people's thoughts. When bathed in sunshine, the scarlet orb on its brow glows and builds energy.
Ooh, okay.
Psychic energy. So it expends psychic energy by using its psycho power, and it sucks up the sun's rays to store more psychic energy.
Write that
Just
down.
something to think about if
you.
you were to, I don't know, have a pop quiz later on.
Oh,
see,
okay.
I told you, write that down. We're having a quiz.
I'm paying attention. I got it.
Okay, so I do have an entry here from the Lentil region. It says, Espeon can predict just about anything by simply detecting slight shifts in the air. Extremely slight, it must be. It seems to be leading you through elsewhere forests so you don't get lost. All right, I don't know who you're talking to, Professor Mirror.
Who's this to? I feel like this is a private note that was stolen.
Yeah, it definitely felt like we weren't supposed to read this. It's like this was not for us. Who are you sending into the elsewhere forest, Professor Mirror?
Yeah, were they supposed to be there, or did you dare them to do it?
Yeah, come on. Be nicer to your students, proteges. I don't know. Okay, so that does it for the regional entries. I do have a couple of unique entries here as well, so let's start reading those. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Espeon, the Sun Pokémon. Espeon are able to read air currents, allowing it to predict the future as well as its opponent's next moves. Yep. I mean, we kind of know that already.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of
Nothing crazy new here. The next entry comes to us from May's Pokedex. Espeon, the Sun Pokemon, it uses its fine hairs that cover its body to sense air currents and predict an opponent's movement. Yeah, so all about movement here, nothing about thoughts.
All about movement, yep.
Right.
Ash's Pokedex again.
He clocked it again, huh?
It's another one.
All right.
This guy saw 2 Espeons and didn't remember what it was. Espeon, the Sun Pokemon. It predicts opponents' moves and detects air currents with its body hairs.
Ooh.
See, now in there, it's 2 separate things. It predicts opponents' moves and detects air currents with its body hairs.
But listen, Ash is a flawed boy, okay? He doesn't get this
We all
right.
are. We are all flawed boys.
We're all flawed boys. Even girls are flawed boys.
Yep.
You can quote me on that. So I don't agree. I'm more inclined to agree with like what the professors say in the Pokedex entries as opposed to Ash. No offense, Ash. Now if Dawn had said that.
Again,
now if Dawn had said that, I'd get it tattooed on my chest.
I cannot overstate this. I've said it before. I will say it as many times as I need to. Ash did not write this Pokedex entry. This Pokedex entry did not come from Ash. It came from his Pokedex, which for some reason has different entries than all the other regional entries. I don't know why.
All right, maybe his Pokedex is wrong. All right, machines are fallible.
Fallible?
Fallible.
Sure, that too. All right, the next entry comes to us from Chloe's Rotom phone. Chloe, I don't know if we've heard from you before, but thank you.
Hi, Chloe.
Espeon, the Sun Pokemon, a Psychic type. When the sun hits the jewel on Espeon's forehead, it builds up psychic power. It holds the highest loyalty to an accomplished trainer, and it is said Espeon obtained its premonition powers to protect them.
Okay.
She tried her best.
And gave up almost immediately.
Well, I mean, we didn't train together. You know what I mean? Like, we're not fighting. We're hanging out and eating cinnamon rolls. You know what I mean? Like, we're not actively out there battling together. If we had battled more, I have no doubt she could have crushed those Murkrows.
I mean, again, though, a Murkrow, and I hate to talk about typing because I don't really believe in it, but Murkrow is a dark type, and that just is naturally good against psychic types.
I know that's true, but you're right. Either way, I felt like I was screwed in that moment.
Yeah. Okay, so the next entry comes to us from Professor Neroli.
Rigatoni.
It's been a little while since we've heard from Professor Linguini.
Yeah, we haven't heard of Tortellini in a minute.
So Professor Neroli's Pokedex entry says, and remember, we all remember what Neroli's specialty is?
I believe it's sleep.
Yes, very good, Corbin.
Cooking.
Here, have a Corbin star.
Oh, thanks. Wait. Why'd you reach into my bag? Oh.
That means you can never have a gold star. Oh, I'm so sorry, Corbin.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
What do you mean?
Actually,
I've cursed you.
It cancels out. It cancels out one of your gold stars, actually. So I think you're, negative? I guess that puts you at -2 now, right?
It's fine. I'll take one of my own stars.
All right, so Neroli's Pokedex entry says, it bathes in the sunshine during the day and builds up psychic power on the orb on its forehead. It is said to be averse to battling at night, so it might be easier than you'd expect to come across an Espeon deep in sleep.
Just vibing, just chilling, just hanging out.
Sun's down, sleep town.
Sun's
down,
fun
sleep
town.
town. I like that.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it.
I want to get a onesie that says that.
Okay, well, if you go to the Welcome to the World of Pokemon store, you'll find
We don't have a merch store, guys.
If you go to the store, just go to Google, Google, I guess, and type in
WAP onesie.
Yeah, WAP onesie store, please.
By the way, that will be the name of our store when we make one.
Onesie?
It'll be
Great.
waponesie.com. Please don't take that domain. Thanks.
Yeah, so unfortunately, because of that, we can never have a store. Sadly.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Okay, so that's gonna do it for all the Pokedex
Because I
entries.
bought it. Yeah.
Well, you don't have any money.
Yeah, we don't give you money.
Oh.
We give you gold
don't worry.
stars, and you give them out to the students.
Yeah, aren't you more broke than me?
No, I mine my own gold stars. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Please.
You're right. That was
Working in the gold star mines.
fictitious. Okay, all right. So that does it for all the Pokedex entries on Espeon. I think we should go ahead and move on to the testing portion, my favorite portion. Too bad.
Gonna put
All right, so
away
hold on, let me
my
just go check
Pokédex, gonna pull out my
behind my
Rotom
desk
laptop.
here and see what we're doing
Oh.
today.
Ah,
Hello. Hi,
on?
everybody.
Who's this?
Yeah, hi.
Oh my
I
gosh.
believe I'm here to tell you what we need, what we're doing for class today.
Is that Mr. Fancy Man?
Well, oh, please, Mr. Fancy Man is my father.
Oh.
No, I believe Mr. Fancy Man, you guys understand, has passed away.
Oh,
he
no,
has.
and that's what I was afraid of.
Now he's left me all of his money.
While you're pouring one out for Rocket, pour one out for Fancy Man.
So this is Fancy Man Jr.
I'm Mr. Fancy Man Jr.
FMJ, if you will. Okay.
No, Fancy Man Jr., please. Use my full name, Mr. Fancy Man Jr.
Whatever you say, FMJ.
Now,
What do you
I've
need?
taken some time from my golfing schedule to come here, and my dear old papa told me that I have to come to this class every so often and have you guys pitch me a Pokemon if I wanted his any of his money and his will.
Yes,
so
yes.
here I am, I guess.
Fancy Man, Mr. Fancy Man Jr.
Why are you mimicking him,
Yes.
Mr. Curtis?
Yeah, why are you...
I'm not mimicking.
Hey,
I'm
do
not
not
mimicking.
do not mimic our guest.
You're
All right, do
ruining
not
his bit.
mimic
He likes-
Mr.
he
Fancy Man
likes
Jr.
Mr. Curtis
I-
likes to do this bit. Give it to him. Don't make fun
It's
of
not.
him.
Whoa. Hey, Mr. Fancy Man Jr. is right here, Corbin. I'm
he's
standing
right
next to
here
him
in the room.
Yeah,
What are you talking
Corbin.
about?
How dare you? How he
I
thinks with
know.
you think I'm him?
You're just putting a mustache up and down in front of your lip. Come on,
No,
Professor, you can't
no,
fool
no.
me. I'm
All
old
right,
enough.
all right. Settle down, class. I would like for you to pitch me an Espeon. I'm in the market for an Espeon, you might say. So go ahead. I think I have a rubric here to read, so you guys know what you're doing. You
yes,
guys all
please,
know
please.
this.
I still
Let
won't.
me go ahead and read it real quick. So your pitch must include information we learned in class. I mean, I already know everything about an Espeon because in addition to being rich, I'm also very smart and handsome.
Mm,
Yes.
Nice. Good for you.
That's what Pokemon Weekly wrote about me anyways.
Yeah, I'm sure.
2, you must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. Okay, we're all on board there, it sounds like. 3, the selling point, or points, must be unique to the Pokemon we learned in class, or discussed this lesson. And also, as a side note, these selling points must be for the Pokemon itself and not for a product it provides or produces. Please, I would love to have a factory producing so many wonderful coats of Espeon fur, but please,
Sure.
not for this exercise. And number 4, the student who provides the most compelling selling points will get a bonus point. Oh, how wonderful! Yes,
Oh,
yes, a little bit of
yes.
competition, I think, goes a long way.
Oh, super.
It's how
super
I was
fun.
able to get on top, and not because of my father was a very rich man.
Nice.
Sounds
I
like generational
earned
wealth.
this.
Sounds like generational wealth. Sorry.
I don't think so. Okay, go ahead, get writing. Take your time. I know. Listen, I'm a very astute professional here when it comes to purchasing. So you really have to wow me.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, Professor.
No, please. You're getting me confused with your wonderful
Sorry,
teacher. No,
Mr.
Yeah,
FMJ.
Corbin, please don't. Like, we're very clear. Like, our voices are so
Yeah.
different.
Right, but
Like,
the
I don't
mustache
sound
is
anything like
it's
this
just
guy.
the fake. It's just the drawn mustache, dude.
It's
Well,
not.
okay.
It's mean.
All right, Professor FMJ, give me a minute.
Yeah,
I'll be
it's
right back.
Fancy Man Jr., if you will.
Right.
All right, take your time. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, okay. Is everybody done? Is Professor
Yes,
Jacob?
Mr.
is
Fancy Man, I'm
Is
done.
this how you normally do it? Is this how you normally bring
Fancy-
your class
it's
back
Mr.
in?
Fancy
Yeah,
Man
this is
Jr..
normally how I do it. This is how I just make sure when everybody's like kind of like put their pencils down and is like looking at me. Oh, okay. And I think that's what they're doing right now. Would you say? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead, Mr. Fancy Man Jr., if you would please sit right there.
yes,
what
please.
an excellent, wonderful seat. Thank you, Professor Jacob. God, isn't he so nice? He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
Corbin, would you like? Oh, yes, no, go ahead, Mr. Curtis.
No, I was gonna say. I just said. I think that Mr. Fancy Man Jr. is a great person.
Great. What were you saying, Professor?
Great, thank you for that. All right, Corbin, if you could please give us your pitch first.
Absolutely. Okay, so excuse you.
I'm so sorry.
How dare you
have-
interrupt him?
Yeah, please. Take
You
the points
sneezed
off.
directly into Mr. Fancy Man's face. Oh God! Oh,
I'm so
why
sorry,
did you
Mr.
cover your
Fancy Man.
mouth?
Yeah.
That's
man.
vile.
Deducting points. Okay, so I got two.
I think I just might.
Okay, I got two very important uses.
I apologize for interrupting you, Corbin.
Shut up. You get two very important uses.
He's very sorry.
For this Pokemon here. Okay, let's dive in here. We'll talk about Espeon. All right, so number one, you can use it as a special defense or martial arts trainer. So by being able to predict your moves, it could teach you how to be unpredictable in a fist fight, so you can get the upper hand on your opponent. It'll teach you how to attack faster and try to do unpredictable thinking, so you could fool your opponent. Right? That'd be pretty cool. Also, it's a psychic type, good against fighting type. So if you ever try to get mad during a lesson and fight it, it's gonna own your butt. Sorry. Now, however, that is one use for it if you're into special defense and all that stuff. But that's fine. But not everybody's into that. But let me tell you what everybody's into. It's a word called food, and everybody dreams of having a place where they could just go eat for free, which means you could have your own restaurant. Imagine that, having your own restaurant, it would make bank. You know what the best way you can make money owning a restaurant is if you hire an Espeon as your chef, and I'll tell you why. Its ability to read guests' minds. They know exactly what they're in the mood for and exactly what they want when they want it. It's going to know exactly, what do you want, a burger with no pickles and this with the bun toasted this way. It's going to know every minute detail about your order before you even open your mouth. Number one. Number two, it can feel air currents. So if that's the case, it can feel if there's temperature changes in the kitchen. Maybe a dish is getting too hot, or maybe something is about to burn, but you can't quite smell it yet. It knows when that's going to happen. It knows when stuff is too hot. It knows the temperatures of everything that it's supposed to be. And also, because it smells air, or it can feel air currents, it can also check for gas leaks before you can smell it too. It knows if there's a gas leak 4 rooms away. Doesn't even need to smell it. It can just feel it, okay? That's very important because you don't want a gas leak. And it'll say something does happen. There is an accident. Somebody barges in. You have an irate customer. There's a gas leak. Something explodes. Espeons are loyal. They will protect you in case of any accident. So if there's a fire or anything detrimental, it's got your back and it's going to save as many people as it can. And honestly, I can't think of a better use for one. So you either got a special defense teacher or you have the best chef in the world. Thank you very much.
Okay. Maybe I wouldn't necessarily call it a chef, right? It's not going to be cooking the food, right? It's just maybe like a partner there for the chef.
Sure. Why it can be like a sous chef, but it can also. I mean, why can't it cook the food, right?
Like
it use its psychic powers to lift different utensils and do all that stuff. It can learn. It's smart. It's psychic type. It can learn how to cook, and it can do all this stuff.
Okay. So we got a special defense teacher and a chef's partner. Okay.
Right.
We'll dive into that a little bit more. But I think Mr. Fancy Man Jr. down here is very excited to hear what Mr. Curtis has to say.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Even though you sneezed in my face, you
yes,
weird lumpy
Mr.
man,
Fancy
I
Man
would
Jr.
very much like to hear your proposal. So go whenever you're ready. Please go ahead.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Fancy Man. Of course. Quick.
Please, it would be great if you could stop mocking me. I know that's not how you talk.
Yeah, it's kind of rude.
I was the whole class. I was just behind the desk.
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery.
He does got you there. He does.
Mr. Fancy Man Jr. I'm just so enamored by your demeanor that I just think it's so great. I want to be just like you, Fancy Man.
I am
Jr.
great. This is true. Mm-hmm. This will not get you extra points. You understand?
It sounds like it might.
I don't know. I think okay. All right. Well, let me just clear my throat real quick.
Oh God, here we go again. No.
Much better. Okay, thank you. Espeon. Let me ask, what do all fancy mans need on their fancy estates?
Please don't say statues again.
Let's say it again.
Oh no.
Fancy lifeguards. That's right.
Okay.
What do you get when you hire an Espeon of, say, Molly's caliber here? First of all, obviously, predict the weather. Espeon's innate ability will make sure that you're never caught in the water during a thunderstorm. Not great for your fancy man composure if you're shocked by lightning. Second of all, detect thoughts, okay? What what is more embarrassing at a fancy man pool party than, a false alarm, lifeguard jumping into the pool, right? There will be no unfancy false alarms because Espeon will be able to monitor you and will only intervene to help you when you deem it's necessary, i.e. when you're actually in trouble. Otherwise, it just gets to sit up there and look pretty. Also, it can detect the thoughts of any enemies, right? That will keep you from getting caught while you're swimming with your proverbial pants down. That's right. If you're in the zone swimming or maybe checked out and floating in the pool and not really paying attention, then it can, its super powered detection of enemy thoughts and predicting enemy moves will, alert you to danger before it becomes a problem, allowing you to get out fancy and out of the way of trouble.
I do have a lot of enemies. This is very true.
Also, obviously, you're out in the pool, you're swimming in the sun. Espeons like to be out in the sun. When you're swimming, that's their environment. They get to be out there absorbing energy, just like Espeons do in the summertime. So they're living their best life while you're living your best life, and I can't think of anything fancier than that. Thank you very much.
Truly encapsulated the embodiment of fancy, Mr. Curtis. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Okay, so let's quickly go over here some of the things. So Mr. Curtis is a fancy lifeguard, I think is how he described it.
Right.
Yes, fancy lifeguard.
So yeah, Curtis, great job. Yeah, predicting the weather, very good. That is one of the main things that an Espeon can do. Also, it likes the sunlight, which is very, very good. Now, detecting thoughts. This is something that we talked about, although for the most part, it does have I feel like it has a limited ability to detect thoughts. It's more of movement based. But I think everything you said can be kind of tied back to movement and stuff, or general thought reading. So I think that's fine. So I'm not going to deduct you any points there. Corbin, however,
what's up?
I don't know if a Espeon will necessarily be able to know the exact order that a customer is thinking. I don't think its mind reading abilities go that deep.
Can read your. That's just you guessing. You don't know that. It says it can read your thoughts if you're thinking about a specific type of hamburger or a specific type of pizza. It's gonna know. It's gonna know when you walk in the door before you even order your drink. Like, by the time you order your drink from the waiter, it's already bringing out the exact pizza that you want because it could read your mind. It knows what you're in the mood for.
And I don't quite understand how you didn't really talk too much about how it can teach you how to fight unpredictably. If you could expand on that a little bit.
So my thought, I get it. Ambiguity is not your thing. I hear you. So the way it works is, if you are working with an Espeon and doing mixed martial arts and all that stuff, so my thought is you are obviously going to spar with the Espeon. So obviously it's going to know every punch, every kick, every tackle, everything you try to throw at it, it's going to be able to defend you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it can't help you be a little bit faster or try to, juke it out. You think you're going to go for a right hook, you actually go for a left kick. You know what I mean? It's going to teach you to try to outsmart it. It will say, all right, now think about this, but at the last minute you change it. The whole point is it's changing the way your brain thinks in a fight, so that if you think too much about what you're going to do before you do it in a fight, somebody might be able to pick up on that. They may not be an Espeon, but if you're getting into a fist fight, they might be able to pick up on that. The whole thing about a fight is that it's not just about strength and dexterity. It's also about your mental capacity. How can you fight intelligently? Huh?
So
if you fake them out, you think you're gonna go for a punch? Oh, you're gonna go for a kick. Now you got them down. Look at that. They're not gonna be able to predict it.
I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that constantly sparring with an opponent that can read your mind would inherently teach you to be a little bit more unpredictable in a fight. So I think that's true. I just don't think it's particularly unique to Espeon. Although Espeon does its specialty is knowing movements, so maybe the Espeon is a little bit more fine-tuned for that. I still don't know if it could perfectly know exactly what order you want.
I think it will.
But you know what? You did also mention that it's very loyal. And of course, you did mention that it can feel air currents, although I don't know if that'll help it tell if there's a gas leak. I guess if it moving air, yeah. You know what, Corbin. I was going to take off points, but I think I've talked myself into giving you full marks. So
all right. Yay. Oh, thanks,
Professor. That seems very fair and equitable, Professor.
You, Mr. Curse, of course, get full marks as well. I think you guys both did very well. But, of course, it is up to Mr. Fancy Man.
Mr. Fancy Man, what do you have to say, Mr. Fancy Man?
Well, I'll have so many things to say. There's a lot of good things for both of you. Of course, I have a fancy pool in my yard. I have many fancy pools, even. And, it would be nice to have a lifeguard that could predict the weather in the future. I've gotten caught in the rain so many times before. It's horrible. But I do have a number of restaurants as well that could use a future seeing, a predicting chef's assistant. That could also be very, very useful. And at this point, difficult. Professor Jacob, I don't know how you do this. It's so hard to choose. Tell me about it. It's it is tough. You figure it out. I don't know why I'm thinking about removing this from the rubric. I would if I were you. That'd be a very smart thing. You're a smart man, aren't you, Professor Jacob? I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit here and toot my own horn.
The smartest, right, Mr. Fancy Man? Junior?
Just with no equal, I would say.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I think I'm going to give it to Mr. Curtis for this one. The bonus point here, unfortunately. I think it's the fact that it will also protect me from my enemies. I think is very good. Teaching me how to fight is all well and good, but a fancy man doesn't fight his own battles. A fancy man has people to do that for him.
That's true. You can hire people.
So bonus points to Mr. Curtis.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I have many accounts I need to take care of, and many portfolios I need to look at. So please continue. You maybe what was that?
Nothing.
What did you say?
I just said stocks. Do stocks stuff.
Yes. Yes, of course. My stocks. Thank you for reminding me about my stocks, Corbin. Hey, maybe you could be a fancy man in the future if you try hard.
One day I'm thinking about it.
Very good.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
fancy man.
Okay. All right. He's gone.
He's gone. Nice. All right. Put the mustache away. There you go.
All right. Hey, good work, everybody. Wasn't that fun? We met a new character here today.
That was good, Mr. Fancy Man Jr.
Yeah,
it was such a pleasure.
It's so sad to hear about his father.
That really
terrible tragedy.
Really devastating. Honestly,
hurts to even think about. All right, well that's gonna do it for today's lesson on Espeon. Does anybody know who we are learning about next week? It is another evolution of Eevee.
Oh, it's Umbreon.
Very good, Corbin. Excellent work. Bravo.
I know. Espeon,
are you sure it's not Rakion?
No, it's not Arachneon.
Not a real Pokemon. Shut up.
Arachion? I don't know.
Shut up.
I will, of course, be providing the Umbreon for class next week. I haven't managed to get my Eevee to evolve yet, but I haven't really been trying that hard. I've been trying to coerce Mr. Fancy Man Jr. to come visit today.
That's fair.
So that took up a majority of my time this week.
A lot, yeah.
Yes. But yes, Umbreon is who we're going to be talking about next week. All right, so that's going to do it for today's lesson. If any students out there would like to contact me, the professor, the best way to do that is via our Gengar mail, which is wwopokemon@gmail.com. But we also have numerous other ways to get in contact with us. Corbin, you want to take a stab at telling our virtual students what all those are?
Oh, yeah. So in the link tree of every single lesson, so there's a little link right there. If you don't know what a link tree is, by the way, I don't know if I've ever actually explained this. I'm sure I have. A link tree is a link to a whole bunch of other links. It's like a tree with a bunch of links on it,
it's
like branches. Yeah, so there's a lot of links in there. There is the link to our very recently created YouTube channel, which has all of the recent Nuzlocke videos. Again, we said we were originally doing it for Patreon, and we had it on Patreon for quite a while. However, we decided recently to make it publicly available for everybody on the YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check it out, that link is also in the description, or you just type in "Welcome to the World of Pokemon" on YouTube. You should find it. So we're posting our Nuzlocke there, shorts, animations, all that stuff. We also got our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, a link to our Discord channel and our Patreon, which is the most important.
Patreon!
All in the link tree in the description. Check it out. Follow us. Engage with us. We would love it. We would love to have you.
Yes, and just as a reminder for students, I think I keep saying next week, and Corbin has been trying his best to correct me, but man, I'm persistent. We will not be having class next week. Again, the AC is broken here at the GCLC, BOTSCLC.
Oh, yeah.
So we are still on this bi-weekly schedule. But yes, so again, our apologies. The headmistress has decided on this new schedule. I can't get behind it, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
I know.
What are you gonna do? Mr. Curtis, anything you'd like to add before I end the class?
Just that I think that everybody should come experience our wonderful Nuzlocke playthrough of Pokemon Emerald.
You get it 2 weeks early, by the way, if you watch it on Patreon. I forgot to mention that. You do get to see every new episode 2 weeks early on Patreon if you support us. Appreciate you.
Wow.
Let me tell you what, the most recent one, so funny, so
It's
choice.
So good.
And you're
Some
gonna
of
have
our
to
best
wait.
work.
You're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to see it
on YouTube. That sucks.
On what?
I know on
On
YouTube.
YouTube, I said.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's right.
On
Yeah,
YouTube. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed.